Hello and welcome to Have a Chat. I'm your host for today's show, Judy Loge. Veronique and Audrey they had obligations this afternoon, so I am very pleased to have a familiar face with me to co-host with Rachel Bernard. And welcome, Rachel.
Hi, Judy. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for thinking of me again. I'm really, really happy to be with you.
Thank you so much for joining. And of course, we always do a thought-provoking question, and actually, we might haul up a couple that we've picked out. But first of all, you've brought an interesting quote, I believe, for the viewers this afternoon.
I did, and I'm reading it here. So it's called "Practice the Pause." Pause before judging. Pause before assuming. Pause before accusing. Pause whenever you're about to react harshly, and you'll avoid doing and saying things that you'll regret later.
Yeah, that's a really good tip for every single person watching, and it's a very good tip for myself. I'm very pleasant, and for the like 99% of the time, very positive. But of course, I have that temper or my offbeat days, as we all do. But sometimes you judge too quickly, and I'm guilty of that. I've met people in the past that I thought were maybe not as wonderful as they were, and apparently you judge a person for what they are in the first 30 seconds of meeting them, which is not very much time, but that's a fact that you perceive what you perceive in the first 30 seconds and put judgment on the other person. So I've made that mistake of thinking that they're not that great. And actually they're phenomenal when you get to know them. And I also think that people are people and that they assume a lot. They read something in the newspaper or they hear something, a story on the news, and they assume that they know what's going on, especially if it's vague. And if some things can be very misleading the way they're worded. So it's not good to assume what's going on. You have to know the facts and you cannot judge without knowing the story. And that's my total belief is that as long as you know what's right and as long as you know what's true, that's all you have to worry about. But it's to convince other people that that's the way it should be.
You know what? You're right about that. I think as we get older, I think we understand this quote a little bit more because we've learned so much as we go. I There's this quote that I heard not too long ago that kind of fits with that, and it's none of our business what other people think of us. So
Hmm.
when somebody judges you, that's none of your business. That's it's up to them to either get to know you more or understand you more. And I think a big thing too with social media these days, we tend to jump to conclusions a little too quickly, and sometimes it's kind of good to go back to a little quote like this and kind of think about it a little bit.
Definitely to reflect. And sometimes I actually love rumors because I learned some things that I didn't know about myself that are just phenomenal that I didn't know before. Yeah, like
I like
wonderful
that.
rumors, like wonderful. Like I didn't know I was that great. Of
Yeah,
course, I'm joking, but it's human nature, right? It's just human nature.
yeah,
So it's a good message to just pause before jumping to any of those things that you just mentioned. Thank you, Rachel.
that's so true.
I guess, like you, I was very tired last night, but I could not help but tune in to the US. Actually, it was September 29th that I tuned into the presidential debate, of course. It seems like last night because I played it on rewind, actually, and watched it again. And I'm sorry, it was a disgrace. It was a disgrace for the nation, and it was a loss for the viewers because, in my opinion, they just trashed each other, and these are leaders of a nation. I mean, these are people that should be calm, collective, rational, poised, giving one another an opportunity to say what they want to say without cutting each other and putting each other down. And it was a total, like I said last week to my husband, I have to go to bed. I can't even watch this. Some of it's entertainment, but then when you realize that it's not a joke, that they quit, one of them's going to become president, it gets pretty scary. And when they start, like when Trump
Ugh,
started putting down Biden's sons with his, addiction. I mean, so many people have such things in their life to cope with that are, no, everyone's human, right? Everyone has something that
that's
they
right.
battle. And when you start digging up someone's personal life or their family members, everyone has a skeleton in the closet. It's easy to go there. And that to me was stooping to an all time low.
Uh, you know what? You're right. I actually sat for the first half hour, watched it. I had recorded it. I still have not watched it because I hear, I've heard and I've seen clips on social media and on TV. The first half hour, I think the first half hour, I thought to myself, it's going to be what it's going to look like for the rest of the show. So for me,
Mhm.
a debate is uh, proving what you're going to be good at for the next 4 years.
Yes.
All I saw
Yes.
was two children in a playground. All I
Yep.
kept telling my husband was, why doesn't Chris Wallace have a mute button?
I know.
When that you just after 2 minutes, that's it, you're gone.
I know. And
Uh,
part of an excellent debate to me is having an excellent moderator. And I've had the task of moderating special events and debates in the past myself. And it's like a teacher in the classroom. It's a principal in the school. You have to have control. You're in control of the overall run of the mill. I mean, I like Chris Walls very, very much. He's great, but it got totally out of hand. And when it's one speaking over the other, you get nothing out of it, really.
no,
It
no.
was it was terrible, terrible, terrible.
I would have
No.
put a couple of
So
springs under their seat.
I don't know what I would have done, but anyway, enough about that. And
Yes.
the thing is that they did talk about COVID and they talked about the second wave, and of course they're well into that. And as Canadians, we're well into that as well. And I've spread caution to my nephew in Montreal as they're seeing cases, climbing in Quebec to 700 plus a day. Ontario, it's actually quite terrifying, and all they can do is their best to mask up, keep social distancing, and their guard up at all times because this is not going away anytime too soon. No.
No, you're right. And I think, we are lucky right now because the Atlantic bubble is doing really well.
Hmm.
And I think our leaders uh, took everything in their hands as soon as it happened, and we've been very lucky that way. Although everybody is putting on their mask and washing their hands, like you're saying, keeping their social distancing, and that is excellent. Um, and it is only in pockets. Like it's not the whole province of Quebec, and it's not the whole province of Ontario that are in lockdown or in phase red. So
No.
it's
No.
certain parts of those two provinces, which hopefully will get better soon enough. I remember my family being. I'm from Dalhousie, so my family was stuck in the red zone, or was it the orange zone, when we were already in the yellow zone when there was that
Hmm.
breakout up north. So it's not fun. And
No.
it will get better if everybody is careful.
Exactly. Complies with the protocol. So I just
Yeah.
wanted to learn for myself and for the viewers. I just want to sort of pass by a couple of coping techniques for the second wave if we ever find ourselves as New Brunswickers in the second wave, as other provinces are already in Canada. And basically, it's to if you can try to identify and practice coping skills. So if it's being able to go for a walk just to mind clear, reading a good book, listening to positive quotes, music, TV shows, using your time to interact with other people that you enjoy. It's all a part of coping, right? Not sitting in your room and thinking and obsessing and ruminating and worrying, because we all can do that. And it's actually part of the whole process, worrying when we were faced with a pandemic. The other is to learn from the first wave. We've kind of learned to practice what works and what does not work the first time round. And mentally, if you can reset that button to say, okay, what didn't help me in the first wave, I've got to change it. And so now's the time to kind of reset your mind into the right place. And monitor your tech diet, okay? Because in the first wave of COVID-19,
Mm.
60% of Canadians, 60% were tuned in more so to television and Facebook and all the other media outlets. So they're consumed by negativity all of the time. And if there was one more, I don't even know what it would be. It's just to get ready. That's all I can say is get ready, be prepared, and we will get through it as a country together. Right, Rachel?
Yeah, and you know what? Remember that you made it through the last one.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
you made it through the last
And
one. As long as you have toilet paper you're good.
Yeah, exactly. And sanitizer, get it now, folks, get it now. Yes, I have lots of that. But
Yeah.
on the same wave, and just to extend our conversation on the whole thought of coping, I've talked to so many people in the last few months, and more so in the last couple of weeks, actually, that are battling extreme anxiety. I mean, not just your
Mm.
run of the mill anxious about this, that, oh, I feel uptight. I'm talking about down and out, depressed, stressed beyond what's normal for them. They're not able to go to the usual school routine. They're not able to follow, like jump on a plane and look towards the winter and say, oh, I can go south this year because it's not going to happen. They're thinking about summer fun ending, the leaves dark, the skies darkening earlier. It's all, people are getting into a bad place already. So I just want them to hang in there, as we said earlier, and maybe find their good mental place, because you have lots of familiarity, and I do as well, with the people we talk to and work with about good mental health, and we're always on top of it. And Veronique and Audrey are as well, and how we all just make the most and best of every day and try to get up and have a purpose and intention for every day to make it the best you can. And so, did you want to talk a little bit about mental health, Rachel? Because we both have a lot of experience with it, with other people.
Well, yes, and that's the thing. I mean, we have there, and there's so many different lines that it could go into. You know, you can be perfectly healthy and have a little bit of anxiety, and you can cope with it. Sometimes you can be someone that has don't even realize that you have mental health issues, and then something like this hits you. You just have to find a place where you're comfortable, or someone that you're comfortable with to talk with. You know, I spoke openly about my daughter having mental health issues, and she's doing really well. And during the beginning of the pandemic, she was questioning and asking, and she got busy. She kept her mind busy, and I think it's to find what keeps you busy, or makes you happy and keeps you busy, and that way there you can, clear your head a little bit more. Whether meditating is one, yoga is another. But I got to
Yeah.
tell you something that's coming up. So we
Okay.
just launched it, and it's called. I'm looking over to the sides because I don't want to miss anything. It's called the Mellow Yellow Block Party, and this is
Oh,
with yes, it's going to be so exciting, and it is with the Be Alive network. And if you go on the
yes.
Facebook page, you will see. It's an event that we're actually, Veronique is working with me on that one too, and there's quite a few associations that are working on it, and we're going to create bubbles of 16 bubbles of 10 people in each of the bubbles. You'll be well secured, and it's all about mental health. So there's going to be a basket full of mental health little tips and tricks on how to stay healthy with your mental health. There's going to be
Hmm.
fun stuff going on for families and friends. So if you want any more information, it's the Be Alive Network on Facebook, and it's on October 18th that it'll be going on. And you have to register ahead of time, because if you don't, you can't have your bubble. We only have 16 bubbles, so I don't know how many are already gone yet. And it's a free event, so everybody
Nice.
dresses up in yellow, and we're going to have a mellow yellow block party.
I love it. And that kind of makes me think about the guests that are coming up a little bit. It all ties together with them, don't you think?
Oh my goodness, I never even thought about it. That is so true. Oh,
Yeah,
that's going to
it's
be fun to
very
talk
good,
about.
very good timing. So, Rachel, we
Mhm.
always like to have a bit of fun with all the heaviness around us. Do you have a thought-provoking question for me today that I can, challenge myself on?
I was going to ask you a real deep, serious one, and I thought, no, it's Rachel and Judy. Why would I do something like that? So
Yeah.
you like, I know you like to entertain, you like to have friends over, and so I'm going to ask you this without you telling me any names. What is the weirdest thing that someone's ever done at your house?
I don't know about it being weird or not, but we have had many a large house party. I'm talking about 100 to 110 people in the house. And so I try to keep everything, going. There's a main floor, there's a downstairs, and there's an upstairs. And to me, I don't know about you, but when I go into someone's home, that the main floor is where it's at. Okay, mostly the kitchen. So when I host, it's like Judy's kitchen. Please move until I get the food ready, away from my oven. I don't want help. If I'm hosting, I'm hosting. And so, but people gather there. So one of the weird things was that I would be like trying to be like a helicopter hostess, and then you'd see people upstairs in your bedroom, like checking out the bedroom, upstairs in your bathroom, down like you'd have the bar and everything and your food all on one level, and they'd be downstairs in the other bar. And so you'd open up soft drinks or alcoholic drinks, and they might take like open up one bottle on their own and pour that much of a $120 bottle. And
Oh no.
it's like, what? And I mean, these are people we know. So I guess it's just a lesson that, and people should really realize that when you go into someone's home, you kind of stay to one area unless you're invited to go elsewhere. Don't you agree?
I would never go anywhere but where I'm told to go. I'm not that curious to start with, so I would not do that.
No, nor am I. I'm going to ask you one. Um, how do you judge a person, Rachel? What do you, when I say how do you judge, what factors do you look at in actually the qualities of a person? What do you judge them as?
How do I judge them? Um, I'm trying to understand your question. So for me, working with the public for most of my life, um, I love to listen to people talk and body language. So for me,
Me
and
too.
I'm not sure if that's where you're going with the question. Is that where you're going with
Yes,
the
yes,
question?
yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I find I can quickly see when someone doesn't want to talk, and so I know how to work around that. And you know me, I love to talk, and you can approach me anytime, anywhere, and I will chat with you anytime. But I find that just for me, body language means a lot. So sometimes I'll see somebody
Okay.
that's closed in, and that would be my challenge, to try not to push the person, but to just try and enjoy that person's company, because everybody has a story to tell, and that's something I've always
Yeah.
wanted to do. Is I don't know if you've ever seen that couch thing where people sit down and they just start talking to strangers, and then next thing you know, you find out these amazing stories about people.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
But that was my question. You judge them a lot on their body language, and
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Do you have one
Yeah,
for
I
me?
do. I
Another
do.
one?
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. If you had to relive one day of your life forever, which day would you choose?
I believe I've been asked this before, and it was having my children. And yes, I was asked that before. So I think that, not to go into the detail again about that being the most special and most awesome, incredible moment of my entire life, was giving birth, although it was beyond awful. Sorry. It would be my wedding day. It would be my wedding
Uh,
day, and it's coming up to 32 years with my dear husband, who I love more than anybody except for my own children. And I remember though, Rachel, how funny it was, because we had a wedding of 312 people, and I put out the invitations with Gerard that maybe some of them would not be able to come, but they all came. Okay, so
oh my.
we had quite the crowd. And I remember looking around the church to make sure he showed up. I I actually thought, what if he gets cold feet, or what if he doesn't? What if he says no and stands me up? I guess that was a moment of anxiety for me, because I've known friends that who have had their their spouse to be back out on the wedding day. I've actually had that happen to two of my friends. They're at the altar, and then there's no show, and so I think that instilled the fear in me. But he was there with bells on. What
Oh,
about you?
did I not see? Oh, well, did I not see a picture of you lately with your wedding dress? Was it your dad's birthday or something?
Probably Father's Day, a mother-daughter
That
photo. Well,
oh, it was
father-daughter photo. Yes.
that was
Yeah.
so sweet. Oh,
Yeah.
well, if I could live one day of my life over again, I mean, obviously it's having my child, but I think for me my mother always says that to me. She says, "What's the best year of your daughter's life? Like, which part of your daughter, like, life, like the your moment that you liked about her?" And every time she asked me, I'd say it's right now. And so she would ask me
Oh,
5 years later, when she's 5 years old, she says, "What's the best time of your life with your daughter?" Well, it's right now. So I could say right now because my daughter is expecting.
is she?
So
Oh, that's
didn't know?
Awesome news to break. I did not know that, and I'm so excited for you, my friend. But also for
I'm gonna
anyone that's
cry.
out there, don't cry. We have too many criers on the show. We got to put a stop to that. We have to have, but it is emotional when your baby's having a
Oh,
baby. It's they say that you enjoy your grandchild almost more than you do your child because you get to spoil them, love them, spend time, and then the parents can feed them, burp them, change the poopy diapers, and you can just do all the loving that you want to. I'm
oh,
very excited for you, and I want to congratulate you on that. Yes.
thank you. We're
Um,
really excited about that.
and is she just a little bit along? Or is she just a little bit pregnant or a lot?
She is halfway through. She is 20 weeks pregnant.
Oh wow. I
Yes.
had two boys. I had two boys. One was born on Halloween and one was born on Christmas Eve. And I wasn't trying to pull a Margaret Trudeau. They weren't planned. Not trying to be a holiday mom. But no, I was not sick for either one, which is a blessing because my mother was sick for the whole 9 months with my brother, the whole 9 months. And she was teaching school. And in the middle of a lesson as an English teacher, she'd go to the bathroom, be sick, come back and finish the lesson, go back, be sick. Like for 9 months, it's been on, but she taught the whole time. And I'm just thankful that I didn't experience that as a lot of pregnant mothers do. Right.
Wow. Wow.
But
I had a
but
great pregnancy.
Rachel,
I,
no, it's all good and wonderful. I want to say congrats again and happy future grandmama to you. But I don't want
thank
anybody
you.
to go away because we have two phenomenal young ladies. And then when I say young, I mean young. They are into the honeybee business with their own products and business line, and it's going to blow you away. It did me when I first picked up one of their, I won't tell you what it was, but I picked up one of their items that they have for sale out there. I invite you to please not miss out on the Sherwood Sisters. Get a little bit of a drink, refresh yourself, and again, you'll be very proud of these two young ladies when we return. With Rachel and I, we invite you to come back very shortly and don't miss out.
Sports fan.
Hello and welcome back to Have a Chat. Again, I'm your host, Judy Logier, and I'm joined by my very special co-host for this week's show, Rachel Bernard, who is no stranger by now. She's jumped in before. So welcome, Rachel.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
In case anyone's just tuning in, I wanted to reintroduce you. And we have two very special guests with us for this show. Actually, I think we already said they're rock stars. They're two very young girls who are not just beautiful and smart, but they're little entrepreneurs basically at 8 years old and 4.5. So without further ado, I would love to welcome Haley and Taylor Sherwood. Hi, girls.
Hello.
Hello, hello. And what is it again that you call your wonderful business?
Happy Bee Honey.
Happy Bee Honey. That's your two honeybees right there. All right, so we're going to ask you girls to tell our viewers a little bit about yourself. So if we could start with you, Haley, would you tell us and the viewers a little bit about who you are?
Thank you. Hi, Judy.
Hi, sweetheart.
We really appreciate you having us on your show today. My name's Haley. I'm in grade 3. I'm 8 years old. I go to Carrefour Beausoleil, and I have two younger sisters named Taylor and Alexa, and I like gymnastics and swimming, and I'm on the competitive team for both.
Wow. I don't know how you make time for
Wow.
business, but you're doing it all. And Taylor, how about yourself, dear? What can you tell us about you?
Hi, my name's Taylor Sherwood, and I go to Carrefour Beausoleil. I'm 4 years old, and I have a dog named Pearl.
Oh, cool. Oh, my, Rachel. You know a little bit about them and a little bit about Carrefour Beausoleil, so you take it away.
Oh, Oh, they are so sweet. Thank you, ladies, for being here. I think you're the two youngest business owners that I have ever met. So tell me, how did you start with the hives? A bit about that?
We just got it for my dad's Father's Day.
So your dad was into the
Wow.
bee business for a while then, right? And he got you girls into it. Well, how did your business start?
Well, me and my two younger sisters, we wanted to put makeup on and stuff. So we just decided that we could make a business with natural beeswax products.
Okay. And I'm holding one
Oh
of
my,
your products right here, which we're going to talk about a little bit sooner. I absolutely love what your products are all about.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Um, so how often do you work in the hives? Because I mean, the age that you are, you go to school and everything. So how do you do all that? So just tell us a little bit more about how you work in the hives.
We work once a week in a hive about. We work for 30 minutes pretty much. And we actually really like doing the hives.
You do.
That kind of
Wow.
scares me. Does it scare you, Rachel, to work around bees?
You know what? One of my things that I have on my bucket list is to actually wear the whole outfit and to go into and go to a beehive. That is one of my dreams. I want to do that. I've never done it.
Okay, because I'm a little bit
Yep.
afraid of bees.
Come visit.
Um,
You can come visit then, Rachel.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I would love that.
I'll sit in my car and watch. I'll sit back and go, "Hi guys, hope you don't get any stings." Now
But
you girls,
honeybees are
yeah.
nice.
So Haley and Taylor, you can each tell us about your products. I met you actually not that long ago for the very first time, and I was so impressed with you two because you were actually dressed up as you are today with your lovely t-shirts and your glasses on, and you were at a pharmacy and you were distributing your products. So tell us about the products that you make from the honeybee.
Um, we have lots of yummy flavors, and here is plain.
Plain?
This is
Okay.
twist. This is plain, and
Okay.
this is a twist. This is coconut. This
Oh,
is
I love coconut.
cinnamon. This is lime. This is strawberry. This is
Ooh.
the twist.
Ah.
This is creamy vanilla.
Oh
Ooh.
my.
You got the honey.
They're all delicious. Well,
And
actually, I have a
we all
strawberry one. I have a strawberry one, and I know that my lips have lipstick, but I still use their product. So I'm gonna do a big swoop of lip balm so my lips are all smacky for tonight. And Haley, you have so yeah, that's wonderful, Taylor, all those beautiful assortments of lip balms, but you also have another product that you make with honeybee. And what would that be
two
about,
others.
Haley?
There's cream and soap. So let's move on to the cream first. There's 5 different sizes. There's mini, there's small, there's medium, there's large, and there's extra large.
And so
And
is that cream? Oh, is that cream for your face or for your body or for your hands? Like your hand, it is your body, but what part do you
everywhere.
put the cream on? Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh,
Wow.
so
We
I think I
really,
cool,
need
really
that.
like
Rachel. And so does that have a smell to it, the lotion?
it. Nope.
It doesn't.
Oh.
And it's all
And then,
natural.
yep, and there's only 2 ingredients.
What are they?
Oh.
It's grapeseed oil and beeswax.
And
Wow.
beeswax. And so you have the lip product, you have the body butter and the lotion, and then you have soap.
Yes, here I'll show you the soap. There's 3 different kinds. We have oatmeal honey. It's an energizing soap.
I need
We
that.
have lavender. which is a
That's my
tea and
favorite.
soap. And then my most favorite is eucalyptus and mint. It's an
Oh,
I
energizing soap.
Oh,
wow.
Why
they're
it's my favorite?
beautiful.
Why it's my favorite
Yeah.
is because this dark part right here, it's actually clay, and we actually went to a river to actually get the clay.
Oh, I'm kind of
Oh,
blown
wow.
away by you two girls, aren't you, Rachel?
Totally blown away. This is amazing. So you were talking about, so you've given us a little bit of information on the cream and the soap. How do you make your lip balm?
Do you know how to bake
How
a
do you
cake?
get?
If I
Rachel
know how to
probably
bake a
does.
cake. Yeah.
It's kind of similar to that. We just follow a recipe.
Oh, and it's a secret. It's
I
your
love it.
secret recipe, right? It's your secret recipe, Haley.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't give
Okay,
it away
okay.
because everybody would be stealing your idea. Probably, you don't want to share any of it with us, do you?
No.
No. But well,
That's okay.
maybe you could tell us. Maybe you could tell us about the honey bees themselves. I mean, how do you go about it? Where does it all start? When you come home from school, or before you go to school, or on the weekend? Tell us about how you work around the honey bees and what you wear and all of that.
Well, what we wear, we actually put on like a bee suit that it's kind of like a snowsuit, except it's lighter because we have like, but also and also includes the gloves and the boots.
Wow. What do you think,
Wow.
Taylor? How long does it take you to get into your suit? Not very long?
I'd say about maybe 5 minutes.
That's not bad. And then how long are you
That's
with
not
the
bad.
bees? How long are you with the bees?
About 30 minutes or an hour.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's quite a bit of
Cool.
time in your week, isn't it? But your mom and dad go with you, right?
Yeah, just my dad though.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Rachel, any questions?
Yeah, I do have a question, because a lot of times I hear people talking about we have to save the bees and be good to the bees. Can you girls tell us how we can help the honeybees?
Yes, actually there's lots of ways to help our little honeybee friends. One of the easiest ways to help our little honeybee friends is to put water out in a little dish of water. And in that way, they can have a little place to rest and drink. So make sure to always leave it in the same spot because they get used to that spot, and put rocks in it so that way they don't drown. And for example, we turned a bird bath into a bee bath. And then
So creative.
I wouldn't have.
You can also
So creative.
use the flowers. You can plant more things and not put any pesticides on your lawn. And tell your friends these 4 things.
Oh,
What, honey?
could you share bee facts?
Yeah?
Yeah, please.
So they live in a hive. There's only one queen in a hive. They can go out of the hive about 5 kilometers. They can beat their wings 200 times a second. And there's 10,000 bees to 80,000 bees in a hive.
Could you
Whoa.
just repeat that number?
Bees
How many are in the hive?
About
That's
10,000
yeah.
to 80,000 bees.
Oh my. That scares me, but you're not scared. You're very brave and you're very well prepared going into the hive, right?
Taylor also
Taylor?
has 2.
Well, Taylor has what?
Taylor has 2 of them.
Okay.
2 bee facts.
Yes. Taylor,
Haley.
Taylor, can you tell us about the Queen Bee Challenge, what that is?
Just you have to find the queen bee. And you tell us if you need any hints.
Okay. So who do you challenge?
Oh,
Look at this. We have some coverage of this. So this is in your yard, and there's
Yes,
all the bee collection all gathered
we,
together.
the queen
Oh,
bee is the biggest one.
yes,
She's the
yes,
fattest.
yes,
yes. I see them.
I don't think
yep.
so.
It's more up, and it
It's
has
more
a
up.
So,
longer tail.
A
see,
longer
And it has
Rachel.
tail.
a
That I
longer
didn't know.
tail.
Yeah. So Rachel is the queen bee winner of this challenge. I would have to give in a breakdown and say that you know your
No, you
bees
said
wax
up.
more than I do. Huh?
You said up. I
Oh,
said down a little bit.
oh, I did say up. Okay, I am the smart one
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Okay.
You're the
I
queen.
love your t-shirt,
You're the queen bee.
girls. I love your t-shirts.
Thank, thank you.
How did you pick out your t-shirts? Like where of course the yellow for the honey, but did your mom and dad and you decide, did you all sit down together and come up with the ideas for your glasses and for your t-shirts together? Or did someone suggest that to you?
No, we went to like a market and we actually wanted to do them. So we found a company that would actually do t-shirts. So we asked if we could find them and she said yes. And then they just printed off like the thing and then now we just wear them.
I
And
see
then our
that. And you
glasses,
wear them. Yeah.
and then our glasses, we just found them online.
So
Oh, wow.
cool. So cool.
Very cool.
Taylor,
So I have a question.
Taylor,
Oh,
yeah. Before we go to break, you asked that question there, Rachel.
okay, quick
Yeah.
question. Where can we find your products?
I can answer that question better than Taylor.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you tell us where you find your lip balms.
There's 8 different locations. I'll tell you 3 of them. We have the Irving by Sunny Corner. We have Capillet around the subdivision. Capillet Esso. And Milk
Okay.
of Coffee and Simply for Life location.
Oh
Oh,
my.
wow, that's good to know.
And then you're getting into the pharmacies as well, right? I did actually pick up mine in a pharmacy in Newcastle when I met you
Yes.
girls. I think
Yes.
it's incredible, and I can't wait to take this just a short break from our show and bring you both back very, very soon. We're amazed by all you're doing for your age. Incredible, actually, for young girls to be businesswomen in the making. And so we're really happy to hear more about all of this. And we're going to take, like I said, just a pause to grab a coffee, maybe a little something to snack on, and again, don't go too far away because Have a Chat is going to return with myself again, Judy and Rachel, and Haley and Taylor, just very, very soon. Don't go away, anybody. Tune in for more. Hi, girls. Welcome back.
Hi. Hi.
You're so cute in your t-shirts and glasses.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So you've been talking to Rachel and I and the people that are watching from home about your business and about your honeybee.
Yeah.
Now, so you're selling lip balm and your lotion and soap. So what do you do, Haley, with all of that money that you make?
So we split it between me and my 2 sisters, and then we actually have 3 jars that we put like a little bit of it in give, then in spend, and then in save. The give jar we give to different locations, like the Esso in Capillet, like a little boy in Capillet that's sick named Noah, and then the food boxes and the SPCA. And then the spend, because it's really important to give back. And then the spend jar.
Very.
And then the spend jar, we can buy whatever we want with it. And then the save, we go put it into our bank.
I can't get over this, really. I'm sure the viewers must be as shocked as Rachel and I are that you have that much going on because Taylor, what grade are you in?
Kindergarten.
Okay, and what grade are you in,
And Haley?
Haley?
I'm in grade 3.
It blows my mind, actually. So you're saving, you're helping, and you're giving back to your community. So on that note, all I can say is you have amazing parents.
That's incredible. I have a fun question for you, for both of you, actually. So, to each one of you, whoever wants to answer first, what question do people ask you most often? Have you ever got stung?
Oh, have you ever got stung? That would be my first question. Have you ever got stung? Ouch. And so what do you do when you get stung?
Our cream. No.
Your
Oh,
cream.
wow.
Perfect. The stars aligned.
What a saleswoman. That's a good one. What about you, Haley? What's the question that a lot of people ask you?
Do bees hibernate? Do you guys think bees hibernate?
I think so.
They go in a ball around the queen to keep her warm, and they vibrate all winter and eat the honey slowly.
I would never have
I had
known.
no idea.
I've been stung a few times, Rachel. I think it's just fascinating what they have. And, you've already set your goals as young girls. So what do your future goals look like? What do you think you would like to do down the road?
I have a goal to grow our business around the NB, which I know it's a pretty big goal because New Brunswick is way bigger than Miramichi. So, and then I also have one to be the best gymnast in Canada.
Taylor, what do you want to do when you get growing up? What are some of your goals?
To be a singer.
You're a typical little girls, I'm sure. So do you like to do anything else? You don't spend all your time with bees, do you?
No, we have our time on hydroponic strawberries.
Oh, my
What?
heavens. Tell us more about that.
Instead of growing it in soil, you grow it in water instead of soil.
Wow, that's
and
amazing.
We have about 100 plants.
Wow.
I'm amazed, actually. So you go to school. What does your week look like? So you go to school Monday morning and you get home and then you look at the bees and your strawberries in summer. And what does your day look like on a normal day?
I have school until 3, and then at 4:30 I go to gymnastics for 3 hours and a half.
Oh,
3
boy.
hours and a half. Oh my.
Because I'm in level 3 competitive.
Yeah. Taylor, what do you like to do, honey? What are some things that you love to do?
I like cooking with my mom and dad, and I like doing the hydroponic strawberries. And
yes.
I like singing.
What's your sister's name? Your baby sister?
Alexa.
And how old is she?
2.
She's 2. So you have a busy little family. You're busy bees, pun intended.
Yeah.
So you have, and I saw the picture on Facebook, you have a hut?
Yes, actually we do. We built it with Mommy and Daddy.
Wow.
Superwoman and Superman.
Yes. So where is your hut and what's in your hut?
Well, we go at the end of the road usually with the hut, and we put all of the products that we showed you, like the honey, cream, soap, and lip balm. We go and roll it out, and we sell them.
Very good.
I think they're going to have a lot of sales, a lot, because as I said, if anyone didn't see the first part of the show, I have this beautiful strawberry lip balm that these two young ladies have made, and it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It smells like strawberry. That's just one flavor. They have so many different flavors. It's incredible that they have 8 already, and they're so yum.
Wait a
on
minute.
a fun note,
You said strawberry. You
yes.
said, are they using the strawberries from their hydroponics?
No.
I didn't
No.
think so.
But it smells so
And
good.
sometimes we even make chocolate mint in the winter.
Oh my.
That would be fun.
I think I better follow them around to learn something. Taylor, you're only 4.5. I bet you have probably something fun at your age to talk about. It's like, do you have anything like a bee joke that you might want to tell us? A joke about bees?
How do bees get to class?
How do they what?
How do bees get to class?
Get to
How
class?
do they get to class? Class.
Class? Okay. I don't know.
On the school.
Oh, yeah. I love it. Okay. Haley, do you have a fun joke?
Yeah, I've got 2. The first one
good.
is, why did the bee get married?
Why did the bee get married?
Why does anyone get married?
Why does the bee get married?
I don't know.
Because she found her honey.
Oh.
That's a good one.
And then Judy, we also heard that you guys like to go on vacation. So here's a good one for vacation. Where do bees go on holidays?
I hope they don't go with me. Where'd they go on vacation? Do they? Vacation?
On what?
Vacation?
No.
Vacation?
No. Singapore.
Where? They what?
Singapore.
Singapore. Oh, that's good.
I love it. So
That's
many
funny.
again, right? And coming up in the world. Any other birdie?
Actually, so, and I've mentioned it a couple of times that I follow you on Facebook. So can you tell us a little bit more how we can find you? Do you have, can you tell us a little bit about your Facebook page?
Well, we post videos on it.
Okay.
We put pictures on it.
If you're going to be at a market or something, would it be on Facebook?
Yep.
Good. That's good to know. So the next time somebody wants, and then maybe we can talk. I don't know how much time we have, but can you give us a little bit more about your products so we'll know where to find you and what you have?
Yeah, let's go over it again. What you sell? Okay.
We have cream, soap. We have natural products, cream, soap, honey, and lip balm.
Okay.
We didn't see the honey.
Yeah, no, and honey's so good for you. So you have honey in your house always, right? Right?
Oh,
you
that's
always
the
have honey in jars in your home. You keep honey for your toast and things. Yes. Could you tell us again the different flavors of lip balm, Taylor? Go through them again, honey. What different flavors you have?
Here's plain, grapefruit, coconut.
Oh, yummy.
Peppermint.
Lime. Oh, I like lime. Don't you, Rachel?
Strawberry.
That's what I have.
Citrus twist.
Oh,
Who decides what flavor?
That's all. Well, and now we'll move on to the honey.
Oh. Oh, wow.
look at you.
Loves honey, so we always run out of it, and we like it on toast. Because people are coming up at our doors buying 8 jars at a time. Yeah.
What?
Really?
Well, I'll have to go buy some. And it's really
Yeah,
good
I
for
think-
your throat when it's sore, right, Rachel? When you have a sore throat,
Yeah,
you
that's
need
right.
your honey and your lemon. Yeah.
I
What's your
like
favorite
how
thing? Go ahead.
okay, no, go ahead. What is your favorite thing?
Honey. I'm going to say I like the soaps.
The soaps?
Wow.
The honey.
The honey.
Taylor likes honey.
And when it comes to the lovely lip balms that you have, what's your favorite flavor, Taylor? What do you like for the lip balm smell? Flavor.
Strawberry.
I
And
love
mine's-
strawberry.
Mine's coconut.
Okay. That's awesome.
wow.
I'm so excited for you girls. Do your friends get excited for you and want to do some things like you? Like, do your friends
Yeah.
want to be successful and try to learn from
Yes.
you two girls? I bet
Yeah.
they do.
Did you ever make a presentation in front of your friends at school?
When there was COVID, and I actually put things on how you can help the 5 things how you can help bees, and then what bees do, and then some
That's a
stats.
great
That's
idea.
interesting. I bet you girls read
Wow.
a lot of books. Do you read it? Like, I know that Taylor's only 4.5, but do you like to read, Haley?
I love reading.
Now I know all about bees, and Rachel's learned so much too. And I want to congratulate you both very, very much on your success. And I want to say, keep on going, never stop believing in your dreams. So goodbye, Taylor, and goodbye, Haley.
Bye. Thank you guys so much for having us on your show today.
So goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching Have a Chat, and stay tuned because we'll be back with you again next week to bring you more awesome guests.
Bye.